met in 2021 on Bumble, and our first date was kind of lame. It was at the Cheesecake Factory because I had been very jaded by dating, so I was like, well, I like cheesecake, so that's where we'll go.
I was very nervous during the date. I think we were there probably like 2 hours, but she did a lot of talking. I was definitely more introverted.
Jenn asked me if I had anything else going on that night, and I said, nope, I was just gonna go home and be in my pajamas.
And yeah, I did ask her, kind of trying to be like sly, like, oh, what are you doing after? Because I was thinking maybe we do something after, and she was like, oh, I'm going home. And I was like, okay.
And she took that as I didn't want to do anything else with her. But to be fair, she didn't ask if I wanted to do anything else with her, so the signals got crossed.
And I definitely didn't know if she was gonna like end up ghosting me, or if I was like, I guess I'll see if she calls me back.
And she texted her cousin right after that and was like, well, I don't know how it went. Hopefully she'll call me back or text me. So that's that.
Yeah, like it went pretty good. But I was definitely uncertain of how the future was gonna be. We went on a lot of brunch dates. We joked that it was like the tour day brunch of Omaha. But we do love brunch, and just we spend a lot more time together. Just going new places, and she invited me to her house, and getting to kind of just spend more time getting to know each other, I think really helps solidify things.
Jenn has a peace about her, and she's very calm. She has a calm spirit, and I just liked that about her. I had not come out yet. She was the first woman I ever dated, and I guess I got lucky. So yeah, I had invited her over for, I think to the first time to my home to have dinner, and I told her I was going to be vulnerable with her, and literally was like, I'm going to be vulnerable. And I said that I was drawn to her and that I liked her, and she just looked up at me and said, thanks. And was like so awkward, and I was kind of devastated and was like, oh God, what have I done? I like, please just let me walk into the street and be run over right now, because I'd like to crawl in a hole and die. So definitely didn't go as expected, but then like 3 or 4 days later, she sent me flowers for Christmas that said, Merry Christmas, cutie, XOXO. And I was like, oh, I guess she does like me. So I don't know, that like kind of sealed the deal.
I love how kind she is, and how she's just really always very authentic and willing to be weird and out there. And I think that really defines us both as a couple too, the comfortability we have. I'd say the first time we went to a concert at Red Rocks, it was really magical. I had got tickets for her birthday for her, and she had talked about wanting to go to this concert, and I totally were like, oh no, it's probably too expensive, and I got the tickets, and just getting to go there in that magical place and see her just so awestruck and having so much fun was really special.
Our first road trip to Colorado, I mean, that's like an extreme date, but it was just fun. We were like really excited. It was our first time going to Colorado together, and we had a great time, and it was romantic and cute and kind of set the bar for our future times together. But yeah. Jenn had a full ankle replacement back at the end of like December. It's been a year. Yeah, it's been a year. And had her ankle fused. So I was her caretaker. And when you do not have both legs and you live in a not main floor bathroom house, it's kind of a nightmare. So we got very intimate with one another because you really have to help. But we stayed at my parents' for like the first week because they have a main floor bathroom. And Jenn doesn't remember anything from that first week because she was so hopped up on pain meds. But I did feel like I almost killed her one time because I accidentally over-medicated her and was having like a panic attack, and she was in her drugged state trying to assure me that it was going to be okay. I told her to give me her watch so that I could check her pulse ox and her heart rate, and I was checking it like every 2 minutes obsessively for like 3 hours and wide awake watching her breathe and making sure I didn't kill her, because I was like, that would be terrible. Her parents would be so mad. I would feel so mad. And so she survived, obviously. So all is good. But we're going to have better timers in the future for meds.
I would say one that like pops up in my mind is I'm originally from Seward. And so 4th of July is a big deal in Seward. The first summer we were dating, I brought her to Seward on the 4th. To, you know, go do all the things, and she is not a hot weather girly, and she was melting. It was so hot that day, and I just have to laugh because she definitely had like a little mentee bee in my parents' basement trying to cool off from the hot weather.
Oh gosh, a dumpster fire. So this is probably not romantic at all, but with the election, we were scared that maybe we wouldn't be able to get married in the next 4 years. And we've been talking about marriage for a couple years. And so that day after the election, I had asked Jenn, I was like, hey, what do you think? Do you think maybe we should just look at getting married? You know, it probably isn't going to be what we hoped or dreamed for in our wedding, but like I would rather get married and have legal protections ish. And she agreed. And so I'm very type A, and I planned the whole wedding in like 5 days after that. I proposed to her 2 days after we discussed getting married. I cooked her a dinner, like one of her favorite dinners, with multiple courses, and had a spread of flowers and candles, and I didn't even have a ring yet. I went upstairs and got one of her rings that she has upstairs. But she was like, you don't have to propose to me. You know, I never thought anybody would propose to me. And so I said, you absolutely have to be proposed to. Like, you deserve that. So I wrote her a letter, and I read the letter to her. And then I had the dogs have little billboard signs that said, Mommy, we're tired of you two just being girlfriends. Will you marry Mama T already? And so then I did get down on one knee, which is impressive when you're 38 years old. And I did get back up, so that was exciting. And she said yes. And then Jenn proposed a week later. And she can tell you more about her proposal.
My side of the engagement, well, I had told her she didn't need to propose to me, and then she made it all cute and special, and I was like, great, now I have to full ass it, even though she knows it's coming. I had actually, like, sort of already planned an engagement, like, back in September, but things just didn't work out, and that would have been, like, way better than what it was, but I took her to a sound healing class, which she had always wanted to try, and then ordered some of our favorite food and made a makeshift heart and rose petals and pumpkins. And then I did propose to her in our living room. I was not able to get down on one knee because I knew I would not get up. But it was really cute and special, and I think it's definitely just kind of us. Like, yeah, we can make things fancy, but we also just like really enjoy each other's company at our house too. Even though there can be chaos in the world around us, I think together that there's always going to be a peace and a love there. And I don't think that's going to waver ever on my end, at least. So, yeah.
That we're never getting divorced because I'm not getting married again. No, she's the love of my life. She, from very early on, I knew I wanted to marry Jenn, and it's not all been rainbows and sunshine. We've gone through some really hard stuff, but I feel like if we've done all of those hard things, then we can certainly weather the storm that will inevitably come up. But I love her. She's my peace. She's my safe space. She's my home. And we've made a family together. So I am so happy that everyone could be at our wedding, and I feel really honored to share this really happy day with all of my friends and family who have supported Jenn and I, and just been there for us for the last 3 years, and who are authentic and happy to celebrate with us. It means a lot to us to be able to have all these wonderful people here with us. And we're ready to party.
I think in the same sentiment, I'm really excited to just celebrate like our weird brand of love, and to have all of our friends there. We have a fun group of family and friends, and to see those mixing and matching will be fun, and just ringing in a new year with love in our hearts and champagne in our glasses.
And in our bellies.